So this is going to be an instructional video on how to create your own dog leash out of a strand of 3/8 inch poly rope, a 1/4 inch D-ring, and just a tape measure. It's pretty easy. There's going to be some pretty basic knots here. So first you want to start off with your rope. It's going to be about 9 to 11 feet depending on how big your dog is going to get. If it's a puppy, probably be better to start off with a 9 feet. So what you're going to do is going to take one end of the rope, and you're going to measure it out to 30 inches right here. That. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hold it down at the 30 inch. I like using this tape measure here because you can just hold that down and that keeps that in place. And you're going to bend the rope back, create a bite. This loop here is called a bite. Right to a foot, and then you're going to create another bite here at a foot and bend it back this way. You should end up with this S shape here, okay? Now you're just going to squeeze down the bites here, make sure it gets all nice and strong, doesn't bend away from you too much. That little bit's fine, it's not going to mess with the knot too much. So then you're going to take your 1/4 inch D-ring. It's best if it's steel, if it's welded, something that'll stay strong when the dog is pulling on it. And so what you're going to do is going to take it, just going to loop it through the rope.
It's a 1 1/4 inch D-ring.
1 1/4 inch D-ring. You're just going to loop it through here, wait to the second bite. This second bite here, just going to leave it there. Now what you're going to do here is going to create a hangman's noose knot. Don't worry, it's not going around the dog's neck. This is just to keep the D-ring in place so it doesn't move. So you're going to take this end here, the end past the second bite right here. It's going to be about 1.5 feet. You're going to take it, and you're going to take these 3 legs. It's 1, 2, 3. These 3 legs here. And you're going to wrap it around as tight as you can. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times. Now, this 5th time, you're going to stick it through the loop here, through this second bite loop, okay? Now you're going to just pinch that there, keep that there, then you're going to take this little bit of the second bite that's still sticking out. You're going to take the left side of it, this one right here, you're going to pull on that. Sorry, right side, that's got a bit twisted here. Right side. You want to pull the side that's going to shorten this bite and increase the size of this one. Pull that down. Just want to cinch it down as tight as you can so the knot doesn't come undone. Alright, so then you should have this here with the D-ring still on it. And what you're going to do is you're going to tighten that down by pulling the rest of the rope. Pull that tight. Right there. You have this D-ring sticking out. Make it nice and tight too. These are some strong dogs. There you have it. Right there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the other end of the rope, just take the D-ring, just slide that through there. Now this is the part that's going to go around the dog's head. Now the point of the D-ring is so that way you don't get too much friction, but if the dog pulls on it, it cinches up and prevents them from getting out of your grasp, but once they stop pulling on it, it loosens up right away, so that way they get it in their mind to not pull on the leash. It's a training leash. Now before you just deal with that right there, what you want to do is you want to just take out the D-ring again, take it out of that out of there. What you want to do is you're going to create an overhand knot in this part of the rope. Now you want the overhand knot to be 2 feet away from the end of the D-ring knot. Now this overhand knot is going to keep the D-ring from sliding out, just for storage purposes. So we're going to simple overhand knot. One would be about 2 feet. It's about 2 feet, yep. Pretzel knot, it's also called. You don't want it to be overly tight, you know, tight enough that it'll stop it, but you know, not too tight that it can just slip right out. Then you're gonna take it, gonna slide it back through again. Get to the knot, you know, just gotta finagle your way over it. If you open it up like that, you can get it over pretty easily, but when the dog is pulling on it, it won't go. Then you'll have the dog part of the leash. Now, for the handle part's gonna be pretty simple. You're gonna take the other end of the rope, and you're gonna make a bowline. A bowline knot, king of knots. As it's called. Now, for the bowline knot, sorry about the technical difficulties there. You're gonna take this end of the rope. You're gonna create a loop. Now, the way the loop works is that the end of the rope, you want it to go over the other side, like that. That's very, very important, or else the bowline won't come out right. So now, simple way to remember how to do a bowline is, you got this hole. This is the rabbit. Rabbit comes out of the hole. This is the tree, comes around the tree, and then it goes back into the hole. And then you're gonna just pull the tree. You're gonna pull the tree. You're gonna pinch the rabbit and its path, and you're gonna pull the tree. And there's your handle, right there. Wrap that around extra if you want to make sure it's tight on the dog. You actually probably should do that anyway, because if you're training with puppies, you got to keep a tight grip on them all the time. And then there you have it. It's a dog leash. Now, why don't we try it out? Brutus, come here. Come here, Brutus. Oh, Brutus, come here. Come on. Perfectly fine. Brutus, sit, stay. You try and get him to pull on it. See, he's pulling on it. He's pulling on it right there. It's not moving. The leash is not budging. But once he stops pulling, it relaxes and he can move again. And there you have it. That's how to make your own dog leash.